Hello, learners at home. Once again, you're welcome to our Learn at Home program. I'm teacher Christiana Ibuanugo, your English teacher of JS3. Today, we are going to look at a type of composition or essay known as expository essay. Expository essay is one of the 4 types of composition or essay that we have in English language. Expository essay, I don't know if you have ever written a composition before or an essay that is expository in nature. What do we mean by expository essay? You are going to learn it today. Before that, you are going to, at the end of this lesson, you will be able to explain what expository essay is. You should be able to highlight some expository essay topics and also write a good expository essay composition. Now, what is an expository essay? An expository essay is a type of essay, among others, that deals with explaining a particular topic or concept. It deals with a great deal of explanation or description, trying to explain, trying to elaborate on certain things, on how to do things. Is a kind of teaching, is a kind of trying to expose the minds of the readers or the audience or the listeners on how to do a particular thing, how to perform a particular activity. It's not the same with the other types of essay, that is the narrative, the descriptive, and the argumentative essay. Expository essay is unique in the sense that whosoever is writing it should have adequate knowledge of the subject matter. You are trying to teach people on a particular thing that you know very well. It's not that you're teaching people what you don't even know. You teach people on what you know very well or an event that you have witnessed and you know how that event is done. It's usually written in present tense and the style is usually formal. Expository essay is well detailed. It's a well detailed essay that is written in paragraphs. Whatever composition or essay you're writing in English must be written in paragraphs. You should be very clear. The language should be simple but clear in such a way that the person you're writing it for, the examiner or whosoever is assessing you, should be able to assess you and read and understand what you have written. Now, let's look at some expository essay topics. We have several topics we can write on, but we have these topics that I'm going to mention to you now. We have my favorite dish. We have the Argungu Festival. We have making straight cut gowns, how to prepare for WAEC examination successfully, and how to prepare Bambara nut pudding. Now, let me start with the first one, my favorite dish. As you're writing on this type of topic, you are assumed to have adequate knowledge, or you should have adequate knowledge of your favorite dish. You should be able to tell us what is the dish, how is it done, who cooks that kind of dish. Is it a native dish or is it a continental dish? You should be able to tell us the recipe of the dish. You don't stop at the recipe, you go ahead to tell us the steps or the method or the procedure of preparing such a dish that makes you to think is your favorite dish. You should be able to tell us how that dish is served. That is on the first one. The second one, if you're writing on such a topic as Argungu Festival, you should tell us, where is this festival celebrated? It's celebrated somewhere in Kebbi State. What activities do they perform during that festival? These are some of the things you should highlight. What season of the year do they celebrate the Argungu Festival? What type of things are required to attend such a festival? Do you need to be a native of that place for you to participate, or is it open to everyone to attend? These are the things you should mention. You should also maybe close it by telling us your experience when you once attended that festival. Now, you should how to make straight cut gowns. In such a topic, you tell us how we get our material, Do we just cut it or we measure with a tape? What materials do we need for cutting and measuring? After cutting, how do we arrange the thread cut gowns to sew it and make it to be how it should be? So expository essay is well detailed. Let me stop at that particular topic. It's a detailed explanation of the process of something, or how something is done, or how an occasion is being celebrated by a particular group of people. So these are the things you should take note of in an expository essay. Now, I want you to have the knowledge of the guidelines of writing expository composition or essay. It must be written in paragraphs following the introduction, the main body, and the conclusion. Every composition must have an introductory part. You first of all explain what you are writing on. That is introduction. Highlight your headline or topic or caption, and then you begin to introduce it. Let's assume you're writing on your favorite dish. You put the headline. You begin to tell us the origin of the dish. What is this dish called? The dish that you call your favorite, is it cooked by generally everyone, or is it cooked in a particular region of the country or wherever? This is part of the introduction. Then the process of preparation is the main body, and you conclude at the end by telling us maybe how it is served, why you think is your favorite dish, or what you enjoy about the dish. That could be your conclusion. So we have the language must be in present tense. Expository essay must be written in present tense. The subject matter should be explained in details, giving attention to the steps involved. If you are exposing a topic on how to do something, if you don't give details of how it is done, those you are writing to or people you are writing for may get it wrong. Let's assume you're writing on how to prepare a particular dish, and you are not detailed enough in the steps or the procedure. One may try to cook a dish, such a dish, and make some mistakes. So you should be able to pay good attention on the procedure of a preparation of such a thing you're writing on. The ideas should be chronologically arranged from one stage to the other using linking words. The idea should be arranged from one stage to the other using linking words, like furthermore, added to this. If you finish a paragraph, you can say also, furthermore, in other words. So these are some linking words we're talking about. Now let's look at guidelines on writing on my favorite dish. First of all, you write the name of the dish. What is the name of the dish? This can serve as a guideline in case you want to write on that topic. Which region cooks it? What is the origin of the dish? Is it a continental dish, or is it a dish that a particular people or tribe formulated by themselves? What is the recipe for preparing the dish? Very important. What are the steps or methods of cooking the food? How can one detect when the food is properly cooked? How is the dish served? You can't tell us how to cook a dish without telling us what will make us know when the dish is ready. You should be able to tell us if the dish is being cooked, and if it's ready, how do we know that it is ready? Now, I have made a sample expository essay on the topic, my favorite dish. My favorite dish, I'm going to read it as you listen. My favorite dish is abacha. It is a type of food cooked and eaten by the southeastern part of Nigeria. It's a healthy and delicious delicacy. The following recipe is required to prepare abacha. Palm oil, you have the abacha, that is the main recipe. We have the onion, seasoning cubes, we have pomo, we have salt. Some of these things have native names. You have upaka, you have utazi leaf or garden egg leaves. You have what we call ehuru. All these things you may not understand the names, but they are native names because it's a native dish. You have ogiri, we have pepper, we have fried fish. if you like that. Now the procedure, you soak the abacha in warm water to make it soft. Sieve it out with a neatly washed sieve and then put it aside. Boil the pomo from cow head skin with seasoning, onion, salt, and add the opaka to it. Heat it and make it so as to make it free from contamination. Wash and cut the vegetables and set aside. Add a little potash to water and mix with oil. Stir vigorously until it is well mixed. The next thing to do is to add the ground ehuru, the pomo, the abacha, freshly cut onion, seasoning, and lastly the vegetables, so that it will not be so very cooked. You can serve with a choice drink and fried fish. Now let's look at this is abacha recipe. Some of the abacha recipe, we have the opaka, we have the ehuru. These ones are not so familiar. That's why I put the pictures so you'll be able to know what I'm talking about. Now you can there is this, if you're serving it, some people will make it like this. They put their vegetables aside and serve it this. Some people will serve it putting everything, mixing everything together. Some people will put it, garnishing it in a very colorful way. So these are some things you need to know about my favorite dish. Now you have a task. Write an essay on the topic, how to prepare for an examination. This is your own. I want you to write this task, take it seriously, do it very well. Remember to give the details, so that one may read your details and get what you're trying to pass across to us. We are going to stop here for today. See you next time during our Learn at Home program. I remain your English teacher for JS3, Teacher Christiana Ibanugo. Stay safe. Thank you.